Now available in paperback and Kindle, Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Learn how to avoid predatory females like Instagram models and e-girls in their virtual con games with Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Get your copy of Stop Simping in Cyberspace in paperback and Kindle today. One of my viewers wanted me to talk about celebrity imposters who escalate their behavior into stalking. Now, this is the same viewer who told me they had an issue with someone claiming that they were musician Rick Springfield, and as they were having a conversation with this individual, what happened was this individual decided to escalate their behavior into cyber stalking. Now, when it comes to the internet, you have to be very careful because the internet is a place where people go out here and capitalize on anonymity in order to create a persona about themselves. Now, some people want to go out here and be as famous and popular as a musician like Rick Springfield, and others basically want to pretend that they are a big-time celebrity like Rick Springfield. So what they will do is go out here and take a picture off the internet and present it as themselves. Moreover, they will also download videos from that individual and go out here and create a spoof account where they will go out here and impersonate that person. And as they use that sock puppet account, what will happen is people will start to believe that this is the actual person, but that isn't the actual person at all. And the way you can find out that if someone is the actual person is to go always look out for things that say official so-and-so, or actually look for a seal that verifies that person is the actual person. Because usually on social media sites, a celebrity will go out here and have an official seal as related to it. Either they will put official Rick Springfield on their site, or they will have a seal that they will go out here and pay for like they do on X, formerly known as Twitter, or they'll go on a place like Instagram and Facebook and have something that is actually official that states that this is their official platform. Now, again, when it comes to these platforms with these celebrities, on most of them, you are never going to be interacting with that celebrity because of legal reasons related to liability. So you're not going to be talking to that celebrity at any given time. No, usually these social media platforms are ones that are set up by their agents and their managers and their publicists, and they're usually run by one of their administrative assistants. So if you're on a social media site and you see information put up there by that celebrity, chances are that information isn't put up there by that celebrity themselves. No, that information is basically put up there by parts of their staff, and that information is put up there in order to reflect an image that celebrity wants to represent on social media. For example, I put up a tweet one time saying that I was inspired by actress Sally Richardson Whitfield to create the Esteem character, and she wound up responding as related to one of my promotional posts, and I already knew that it really wasn't her. I knew that it was part of her staff. Now, one of her members of her staff possibly saw this tweet, and after seeing this tweet, they decided to reply, and after they replied, this was just them, again, going out here trying to create good public relations, but I already knew that this was something, again, done by a member of the staff, and there would be no interactions between me and Mrs. Whitfield or at all, because when it, again, comes to celebrities, it is a business, and no celebrity wants to go out here and do anything to damage their brand by having an interaction with a member of the public without ever consulting a member of their staff. So anyone that they're talking to is someone from their staff. And again, when they get these posts on social media, these posts are vetted by their people, and they're vetted by their people to ensure that they're not dealing with anyone who could go out here and, one, do harm to them, or two, do harm to their brand. So whenever you're interacting with a celebrity, they, again, you're not going out here and dealing with them directly, and that should have been the red flag for this viewer. You're never going to be talking directly to any celebrity, because most of their staff is not going to allow you to talk to them without ever going out here and having that person vetted first by a meeting with their agent and their managers to go out here and get to know them. And again, it won't even get that far if you're on social media. No, you're never going to be talking directly to one of these celebrities, because again, many celebrities fear litigation, and because they fear litigation, you will never be able to directly talk to them. So if you're on social media, the first thing that you have to understand is that this person, again, if they're saying that they're talking to them, you know that's a red flag. And if they escalate their behavior, it really shows you that this is a person who isn't really wrapped too tight. Because if a person is out here and they go out here and they're looking to break boundaries by looking to further escalate their behavior by going on to your other social media to contact you, that should be another red flag that this is not a celebrity. No, this is a person caught up in a delusion. And as they are caught up in a delusion, what happens with that individual is that individual is basically having an episode where we're seeing that they have an issue with reality. Because no celebrity, again, is going to go out here and do anything to put their brand and their professional reputation at risk. No celebrity is going to go out here and put their money at risk to go out here and try to have a conversation that with a common person that would cross the line. Because if that crosses the line, guess what? That person is going to get jammed up real bad, and it could cost them gigs and money, not to mention it could lead to a major scandal. Now, the way to deal with stalkers like this is to go out here and block them and go out here and unfriend them, because once you find out that this person is not wrapped too tight, the way you deal with them is to go out here and just block them and move on with your life. Because chances are, if you have not shared any sort of personal information with them, like your phone number or your address, this guy will go back to his delusions of believing he's Rick Springfield, and you can go on with your life. But the way you deal with individuals like this is you have to go out here and be very careful about how you go out here and interact with people online. Again, if that whole page doesn't have an official thing next to it, chances are it's a spoof or a sock puppet account, and chances are you're dealing with an individual who usually is not really all there, because only a person who's completely cracked is going to be the one who will be out here looking to talk to someone. And again, a lot of times these guys are really, again, cyber stalkers who have mental health issues, or they are just guys who are scammers. But in both cases, you're usually dealing with someone who is a clear and present danger, and the way you deal with that danger is by going out here and, again, blocking and deleting them and moving on. Now, sometimes there are official celebrity accounts that will go out here and watch a video of someone like myself. I mean, I had adult film star Mercedes Ashley watch one of my videos, and I was watched by guys like Judge Joe Brown. So I know that some celebrities or their staff are watching my content, and there are people, again, who do watch other people like myself online, but you go out here and you take it with a grain of salt, because it's not something that you're going to go out here and basically get crazy over. I mean, it's all part of the business. Everybody does watch content out here, but again, if people want to contact you, they will come to you through their official platforms. I mean, that's what Blue Marvel creator Kevin Grevioux did. He came to me through his official platform, and that's how you have interactions with people. Again, official people will come to you through their official platforms, and in some cases, if they are people in the business, or if they are really, again, have a lot of connections, they'll come to you through their agents and stuff. That's what Judge Joe Brown's people did when he wanted me on his show. I mean, there are ways of doing this, and again, there are ways of verifying information, but you have to go out here and be very diligent about doing things when you're dealing with people. So this viewer got out here, they involved himself with a celebrity imposter, and this guy escalated his behavior, but thank God she was able to set a boundary. And you have to go out here and set boundaries with people and be very careful about how you interact on social media, because a lot of people out here can impersonate other people. And as they impersonate other people, they can go out here and get you jammed up. But you've got to be very careful when you're out here, and you've got to watch how you move out here, because one wrong move could lead to you winding up in a bad situation. And I'm really glad that this viewer got out of the situation and learned a lesson about being on the internet and social media, and learned a lesson about celebrity imposters and celebrity imposters who escalate their behavior into stalking. Now, if somebody looks to escalate their behavior beyond this and looks to get personal, there are ways to deal with them, because again, every cell phone, every tablet, and every laptop has an IP address in there on that wireless card, and that IP address lets people know who owns this computer and lets people know who is using this computer. So every computer has an IP address on it, and that IP address can be used to track you. So if somebody wants to participate in criminal behavior like cyber stalking, they don't understand that they're leaving a cyber trail that police and the FBI can easily follow, and that crimes like cyber stalking are federal crimes, and you can wind up doing federal time if you participate in the behavior of cyber stalking. So this is not something you want to do if you're out here online, because again, you can go to jail for years as related to the crime of cyber stalking. And this should give pause to any of these guys out here, like these cyber simps, because there are a lot of cyber simps out here. And what the cyber simp does is he creates a persona online sometimes, and a fake persona, in order to get a lot of women's attention and try to scam women. And when his scams don't work, he escalates his behavior. So these guys, they think that they're going to be able to get away with anonymity on the internet, but what's happening is again, your IP address lets everybody know where you are online, and you can be traced and leave a paper trail of hard evidence that basically can lead to your conviction. So every guy out here, you need to understand, again, to set boundaries with people online. You need to watch how you behave online, because again, that IP address on your Wi-Fi card of your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop, even your PC tower, will let people know where you are, know what you've done, and again, the ISP and the websites that you're on will release those records as evidence if law enforcement requests them. So this is something people need to understand about being on the internet as related to participating in criminal behavior. You're leaving hard evidence of that behavior. And also, if you're out here impersonating a celebrity, that's a violation of the terms of service for places like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube that can lead to your account being terminated. So a lot of these guys, they don't really know what they're doing out here, and some of them do know, but they don't understand the consequences of those actions. And so when you're out here on this internet, you have to be very careful when you're out here, and you always make sure that you try to find official accounts and official verifications before you go out here and have any sort of conversation with anybody online. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation to the PayPal or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books that show you how to avoid online predators like this, You can pick up Stop Simping in Cyberspace on Amazon.com, and in that book, I go in depth on many of these online predators who look to prey on people who don't know much about places like social media. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback. Those who refuse the gift of eternal life are condemned to wander in the darkness of